Good afternoon and welcome to Community Devils. I'm Tom Williams. A bit of transfer update. Obviously, I'm guessing you guys will have seen in the press and obviously on the likes of Sky Sports News, not that that's very credible, but Cristiano Ronaldo apparently wants to leave Real Madrid. He's had enough of the Spanish media, obviously the booing, and above all, I think the final nail in the coffin was obviously the accusations made against him regarding tax fraud from the Spanish authorities. So apparently he's given Zinedine Zidane a phone call and he's told him that he no longer wants to be a part of the team and that he wants to leave Spain. So lots of stories obviously flooding in regarding this. The media have jumped right on it, obviously, as you expect they would. Reports coming from Portugal that Ronaldo has apparently told his agent Jorge Mendes that he wants him to do everything possible to get him back to Old Trafford and to play for United again. Excuse me. Don't know how much truth in it, obviously, but hopefully there is some truth in it. As a diehard United fan, I'd love to see Ronaldo back in a red shirt and back playing at Old Trafford. So fingers crossed. I think there is tonight actually. Florentino Perez, there's like a re-election for the Real Madrid presidency, so I think he's doing a conference tonight at about 6:30 UK time. So obviously keep your eyes peeled for that. And he has apparently said that he's going to elaborate on what's happened with the claims made against Cristiano Ronaldo regarding tax fraud. So I don't know whether he's going to indulge into anything to do with him leaving Real Madrid and where he'll be going next. And I don't suppose he'd disclose that kind of information, but it'd be an interesting listen anyway. So tune into that if you can, and I think it might clarify a little bit of what's actually going to happen regarding Ronaldo and whether he's going to depart from Real Madrid. I doubt it he's going to leave, but I just don't really want to pin my hopes on it when I've done it so many times in the past couple of years, hoping he's going to come back to United. I think there was a little stint, a couple of seasons ago where he wanted to leave because of unfair treatment and stuff like that, but it all just led to him being offered an improved contract. So wouldn't hold my breath, but Ronaldo's my hero, and there is a bit of me inside that's clinging on to hope, and I'm just praying that this happens. I really am, because I'd love to have him back at United. And at 32 he's still got 3-4 years left in him, at the top level. So I think he could definitely offer us like 30-40 goals a season, and I don't even think that's an exaggeration. I don't think I'm being too hasty with that, because the likes of Mkhitaryan, if we get Perisic, Luke Shaw and Valencia, whipping in crosses for him, I think the service he's going to get. He's obviously got Herrera and Pogba behind him as well, so and Mata. So the service he's going to get is going to be incredible. So I think he can definitely keep scoring the way he has been at Real Madrid. So will be interesting to see if anything happens with this and if it progresses anymore. It is just paper talk at the moment, and I don't think anything solid's come out from Jorge Mendes, Real Madrid, or Cristiano Ronaldo. So it is just hearsay at the moment. But what do you guys think? Do you think it's a realistic task that we can get him back to Old Trafford? Do you think there's what do you think the fee would be if we could get him there? How do you think the team's going to set up around him? What players would complement him? If we could sign some other players, and what are your opinions and thoughts on the current situation? So, and obviously with regards to other transfers, because we do need to strengthen in other positions. That's evidence considering the previous 2 years. I think there's a couple more signings that Jose needs to make before we can be considered as title contenders. So I think we definitely need. We need backup for left back and right back, in my opinion. I think, you know, we've got the likes of Daley Blind who can play left back, Marcus Rowe, Darmian. You know, they could probably play right back as well as left back, but I do think we could do with another defensive signing. I think we definitely need a central defensive midfielder. Fabinho would have been my first choice, but it's looking unlikely, according to reports, that that's going to happen. So I'd like to get Radja Nainggolan in. I think he'd be a great addition to the team. I think he's a box-to-box midfielder. He can tackle. He's pretty quick, skillful. He's got a great shot on him. So, you know, he's quite a versatile player as well. So that'd be quite an interesting prospect for United. With regards to, you know, down the left, I think Perisic is obviously front runner for that position, but you know, in my personal opinion, I'd rather have James Rodriguez or Koke from Atletico Madrid, but obviously they've got a transfer ban at the moment, so they're not going to let any of the big players go. Alvaro Morata is obviously still on the books, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. I don't know whether they're going to keep hold of him and wait to, you know, they've probably put the talks on hold regarding Morata, you know, just until they can clear up what's happening with Ronaldo. So can't really speak any more on that at the moment. I do think there's a bit of a freeze on it, so we'll have to see what, you know, progresses over the next couple of days and give another update on that. But yeah, you know, with the right hand side of midfield, we've got Mkhitaryan. I don't think we need to worry about that position at the moment, because we've also got, you know, Rashford and Martial who can play left or right. So, but Mkhitaryan definitely, you know, I think we're going to see an absolutely amazing player next year from Henrik Mkhitaryan. So, and then obviously we've got the likes of Pogba, Mata, Herrera, Fellaini. Get rid of him, for God's sake. But yeah, apart from that, you know, and if De Gea goes, gonna have to sign Donnarumma, because he's probably the next best thing for United, and you know, to put between the sticks for next season if De Gea goes. Obviously we got Romero already, who's, you know, hats off to him, mate. You know, he's done alright last season. You know, he done well in the Europa League when he was given his chance, and he grasped it with two hands, and he done pretty well. So, you know, I'm quite happy with him at the moment, and you know, I think if Donnarumma came in, then, you know, that there'd be a great fight on the hands for, you know, to take the #1 jersey and be a regular throughout the season for United. So, but there's a lot of talking points at the moment, obviously formations, etc. Be interesting to see how we line up next year with new signings, but you know, give me your opinion if there's anything that you want to discuss, your opinion on anything that I've discussed so far. Formations, like, obviously, personally, I'd go. But to be honest, I don't actually know. I'd have to sit down and analyse the players that are brought in first before I can make a decision on what kind of formation I prefer United to play next season. But you know, if I'd like to hear your opinions on that, any signings, and yeah, any feedback would be great. If you could give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Constructive criticism goes a long way, so I'm quite open to that as well. But if you could hit the subscribe button down here somewhere, that'd be great. And you will hear again from me later on when I've had news on Florentino Perez's conference. So until then, enjoy the lovely weather that we've got today in England, and I will speak to you soon.